It was that like I'll even go so far, and I don't know if anybody else is like this. Maybe. When I have other people in my head, one, if you're coming into my head to talk shit on me, nigga, we're gonna have a fucking problem. Because you know what? One of us ain't leaving. Because once you step into my fucking head, it turns into fucking Thunderdome, where it's like, yo, nigga, 2 men enter, 1 lady, 1 man enter. Well, I guess that's a different one, but Thunderdome fucking rules. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Because one, it's my fucking head. What the hell are you coming in there for? You know what I mean? So if you're gonna come into my head and start fucking talking all this fucking rot, please, continue. I fucking love it. I love it that somebody can actually be honest with me for a fucking change. Thank you. Oh my God, tell me how fucked up I am. Degrade me a little bit. Oh my God. Oh, I would feel so bad if I fucking ruined the dominatrix industry by... Nah, I think you can enhance it. Yeah, because I'm sure there's like a kink for people who like to watch people fucking degrade themselves. Fucking loser, man. I don't even know how I can even think that, though. Yo, yesterday was fucking wild. Like, every day is like a fucking new adventure. Especially since I really got a good understanding for how the moon cycles work. Like, oh my God. Like, I can appreciate my use of time a lot more than what I used to. But it's also taught me how to appreciate the time that I felt I wasted also back then. Because why? Because why? This kid's smoking pot, I think. They walked away because I'm walking towards them. It gives me an opportunity to get a new perspective on the time that I thought I've wasted in the past. But part of the practice of that involves having to detach myself from those storylines, which is difficult. It's not easy. But what helped me was when I was reading cards for people a couple years back. So we would treat it like a therapy session, mostly. And then once, bear with me. There's people, so it's fucking up my energy, man. But the more that I started working with people, the more that I started to recognize patterns in the readings that I was doing. And what it was equating to was these people were talking about my life. I don't know how it all worked together this way, but why is it that every single person I'm working with has been telling me about my life through their story? What the fuck? It wasn't always like this. I don't think it was intended to be like this, but alright. But I also am a believer in synchronicity and miracles and magic. Well, at that time, I was still like having to come with grips with some of this shit, man. Because it's like, in order to accept certain things, you have to let go of other things. Beliefs, for instance. Like, if you believe that magic isn't real, then it's not. You're obviously like got a bias that you're not letting go of, and accepting that you don't know shit, but instead you have to know everything, because that's what black and white thinking is. It's because you know everything, but when you know everything, you know nothing. Stupid. Now it just depends on to what degree of dipshit are we talking. Well, let's try analyzing the biggest dipshit of them all. Me. Because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I wasn't a fucking dipshit. Do you have any idea what I've been doing? Do you have any idea what the hell I'm trying to achieve? And listen, trust me. I'm a rational, reasonable, very reasonable motherfucker. Like, I don't just buy into any kind of bullshit just because. Like, I'll listen to anything. I don't mind. But unless it's something that's already ingrained in my brain, I don't know. I don't really have too much of an attachment to it. But like I said, I give it a shot, see what happens. But But I think that's where the ability to trade places is really important, in the sense that when motherfuckers come up in my head and are telling me what the fuck is up, like, I'm there, like, I go there. That reality is now real. Holy shit, I fucked up. I'm dead. I'm like so screwed, you have no idea. Oh my god. I just pissed off everybody. Everybody. So, oh fuck. But oh fuck. I don't like that feeling. But I've been kind of like training for it. So it's like I said, like, you have to let go of certain beliefs in order to expand your mind enough to accept new ones, better ones, enhanced ones, refined ones. And so it's like it's a constant process, but well, that I mean, so is life. So like one of the really cool lessons I learned over the years is the importance of moon cycles and sun cycles. Because it's like, there comes a point where, like, all the bullshit talk and that, oh, it's not real, show me evidence. I can't. I gotta show myself evidence, though. But you're gonna bitch that it's biased. And yeah, I know it's biased, but that's the point. It's like, holy shit, how the hell did that happen? How do they know to have that conversation with me? What the fuck? It's almost like psychic powers coming through that you always imagined were there, but you always told yourself, like, nah, this is make-believe, bruh. It's your mind playing tricks on you. Don't even fuck with this shit. I don't even know what the hell's happening. But in the back of your head, you know. You just know it. The problem is like admitting it to yourself. Because it's like, if this was all real, then why is everything like this? Why? I don't understand. Where does the enjoyment come from? Because I feel like it's been constant pain and suffering for my entire life. Like, it was so painful for so long. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, when I was 12, my highest ambition was to kill myself by the time I was 30, so I didn't grow up to be like the adults I was growing up around. I was so miserable. I hated my life so much from as early as I can remember. That's not true. Not hated. I mean, there's parts I liked. It's just, like, first time I saw Star Wars with my mom and my dad. I like that a lot. So I still remember it. I think my sister might have been sleeping, or maybe my father was holding her. I don't know. I don't really remember her being there. Because she was young at that point. She would have been around like 3-ish. So she might have actually been in bed. I don't know. Or asleep on the couch. It's possible too. I could see that. I don't know if we have any other happy memories. The four of us. And my sister might not even remember that. Oh, I feel for her. Middle child. Oh. No, I'm just trying to analyze it all in my head, but I'm like, I'm seeing everybody yell at me. Don't talk shit about your family like that. And then post it online. I'm not though. I'm just talking about what I'm seeing in my head. It's not personal. I mean, it is only for a couple minutes. But I mean, this is like this is just like that thing. The crab bucket analogy. The bucket of crabs. You know, the crabs will always pull down the crabs that are almost getting to the top and out of the bucket. The fucked up thing is you can feel it. You can feel it around you. That's like the most upsetting part about it. Is like, even if it is intentional, though, I mean, it's good to be like, to recognize my own contributions. Because I do keep to myself, I don't really. But then again, like, also keep in mind, I'm working all fucking day, every fucking day. You don't think this is fucking work? Listen, I'm the type of person who thinks that fucking watching TV is a job. If you want it to be. Like, emulation is like the highest form of flattery. That's why I just converted that way of thinking to work for me. It's like combining the best of both worlds. It's like combining self-care and business into one. Like being in the self-care industry, but you being your number one client where your work is actually your self-care. Like, that's fucking genius. Well, yeah, no, it's shit like that that makes me realize that, like, I'm the smartest person ever. And I shouldn't really be ashamed of it. I mean, if it's coming to me like that, then just fucking own it, right? Thanks, God, Satan, Goddess. Thanks for choosing me to talk through. And experience things through. Because you don't have physical bodies, so then you actually need to have physical bodies to experience the things that life has to offer. Which is why you're inside of everything, but completely unconscious of it. Because it's like a random lotto. It's like a solar lotto. The souls wake up in, I don't know, random bodies? Or maybe not always random. Maybe they just appear to be random. It's like a marriage of chaos and order. It's like one is a set trajectory. Then the other one is just kind of like random. Seemingly random. But it's not. If you can see the pattern in it. If that makes sense. Because there is. If you can backtrack it far enough. And as completely as you can. That's important too. Because if you can't make sense of it, then it doesn't matter. But you have to be able to make your own sense out of it. It's important. I got my Goku socks on. Goku shit. I like when I get to do that. It's good. I wore my Goku socks today too. I'm happy. I like to keep a tight sock game. Fucking around. I don't know if I have magic socks left. It's okay. No, I mean like more than one pair of a sock. Of a particular design. I had Vegeta socks somewhere. I couldn't just favor one dude over the other. One saying, God damn it. No, I don't know. It's this little. I feel a little triggered. Not in a bad way. Not a good way either. I mean, it's just like kind of like, a little animalistic. I've been wearing this bracelet that's been keeping my inner Fenrir kind of locked up. So I just helped him out of his bindings. Which, at the same time, I do work with serpent energy as well. Reptilian energy. And frequencies. Which explains a lot in regards to things like the ego and narcissism, energy vampirism. I mean, what it comes down to is just you're doing shadow work the wrong way. It's not that you're coming out of the darkness. You're going in the wrong direction. That's why these people can continue taking advantage of you, because at first it was really trying to help you. Because it was like, all right, someone's gonna get it. I mean, we can't literally come out and just say it, but we'll give you all the clues and tips and tricks that you want. Especially if you do a really good job at figuring things out for yourself. And then once you start connecting the dots on your own, then you don't even need us anymore. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Why should I say thank you at this point? Thank you. Because it should just be routine. The thank you is just to get you into the habit of doing it. Hey, you're welcome. Did you think I was not grateful for it? Oh, that's exactly what I thought too. Alright, well, crisis averted there. No, it's something I got from Daddy. It's like saying I love you. Like, you don't have to say it to know it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to anybody. Well, no, that's because typically my conversations involve me talking to people that just live inside my head. But sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and be like, all right, well, I don't know, let's see. Everything else seems to be right on fucking schedule. Let's see how this shit works. And it's not, you know, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does not. Sometimes it does not go the way that you wanted it to. But this is the way. These fucking jabrones again. So weird. Paranoid as hell. But where are we going with this? It's just one of those things that you just have to fucking take. I just accept that sometimes it's exactly how you think, sometimes it's not. Kind of like the challenge is discerning which is which. But I mean, if you're fucking staying conscious to it, then what? It doesn't really fucking matter. Because eventually it'll work itself out of your head. Why would I think that right now? Are those two dudes like running up and sneaking me? I don't know, there's a part of my jaw that's like kind of fearing it. Like, look at that. My hands are shaky. Why? Well, nothing, because I feel this dude like running up on me about to fucking crack me one. While I'm not paying attention. Why don't you turn around and check? Why the fuck would I want to do that? If someone's coming up to run up on me, let the pussy run up on me. I don't give a fuck. What are they gonna do? Turn me into a fucking toasted pincushion? Alright, whatever. Hey, listen. We have something to look out for. Of course you're gonna be scared. Cautious. Caution can sometimes be veiled in fear, or fear can be veiled in caution. Because you gotta consider that it's like literally right beneath the surface. There was this video I was just watching. One of my homies, he fucking put this video on Facebook. And it's this Australian dude, who's like bugging the fuck out, tripping the fuck out over old man's beard. And at first, like, yeah, of course, there's a part of me that's judging going, the fuck? This ain't legit. Oh, no, it is. It absolutely is. This dude would slap the shit out of you if you fucking tell him otherwise. No, but what he was explaining, and this is why I know this dude was legit, was because of how in depth he got with the fucking molecular fucking, not the biological breakdown of how this thing worked. And he was going over the health benefits of it as well, which was pretty cool. But how he was explaining it was that penicillin had come from the fungal world. And as holding the old man's beard, he's kind of just out of sight, demonstrating the next point of information that he's about to stress, which is the highlight, which is what made me think of this situation right now, especially with fear and cautiousness. Yeah, just turn around now. There comes a point where it's like, all right, this shit's either gonna happen or it's not. All right, fuck it, let's just get going. So, what came up on me was this notion that sometimes you just gotta fucking like not just walk away from something, but like really burn the bridge of it. You have to say fuck it and just go, what? Because Because you're not doing it to hurt the other person. Of course, there's that part of you that kind of goes, feels good. But the idea, you know what? Sometimes there is that thing. That's the thing I've always lacked with violence, though. Or have I? I was never like a violent kid. Like, I got into fights when I was younger. I used to get into fights a lot, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I liked it. But it's one of those things, right? It's one of those realities in life. Like, you actually have to be fucking prepared for it because some people are, like, really fucked up. I once almost got jumped by 5 dudes in Atlantic City, but at a casino. Not on the streets. Actually, the streets were fucking friendlier to me than the fucking goddamn casino was. Those are facts. Even this place feels toxic now. Maybe because I got everything I needed to get out of it. Oh, God. Not satisfying. Well, I feel like my place has been corrupted now. That's what humans do. And so, well, you know what? I mean, I take it back. It's not even like it was corrupted. This place is fucking paruri. You just walk around, you can see it. Like all the fucking trees. The trees collapse on themselves. That's not normal. They're soft on the inside. I mean, no, it's definitely not that tower. It's definitely not that tower. Definitely not. It's anything but. Because it's normal for trees to fucking rot from the inside out. It means the spirit of the land is fucking dying. But, I mean, this whole geography is like pretty flat, just not very lively. I mean, unless you can appreciate the 9 to 5 rat race. I mean, if you like that, if you can appreciate it, then yeah, no, this place has just got it going on. Realty, casinos. I mean, I wouldn't suggest trying to get into the drug industry here. Which, I mean, if you want my personal opinion, I hate to keep track of things, but I just can't help disheartened by politicians and state workers and how genuine they are to their actual jobs. The commitment to the spirit of what it is that we think they do. What the fuck do you guys actually do? Aside from watching us, like, Is he talking to us? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I've been talking to you for years. Who's the one? Ming. I remember every time I get high, like the government people come through. Isn't the first time it happened? This is the first time it happened on camera. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it is or it isn't a thing, but I do remember when I was 18 and I wrote a handwritten letter with crayon or maybe pencil to the CIA, volunteering myself for like psychic projects. And I don't believe that was after the future Derek storyline had begun. And the reason I even considered doing it was because I had learned about conspiracy theories that involved CIA mind projects or psychic phenomena, sixth sense, ESP, extrasensory perceptions. So, I mean, mind you, up until this point, I had already been getting visited by aliens. That goes back to like 7, maybe 6 the earliest, is when I first learned about aliens and what they can do. It looked like, I mean, just one race of them at the time. I didn't know there was a fucking, like a whole goddamn civilization of them. But, I mean, listen, it's not like knowing, why are you wasting time with the fucking conspiracy theory shit, man? Get a life. What benefits are there? Well, that help you clear some shit out. Trauma. Emotional stuff. It helps with exercising intuition and even increasing emotional intelligence and cognitive function as well. That's a thing. Processing power of the central nervous system. That's a huge benefit. I mean, someone asked me today, like, they're making a joke. Aside from charging crystals with positive and negative energy, what have you actually gotten from looking at? Because I'm the type of person that likes to use the scientific method. Everyone loves the scientific method. What's one thing I did? I leveled up my capacity to deal with the ignorance of fucking the most ignorant people that the internet has to offer. It's like, what the fuck? It's with people. Like, is this the type of conversation? No, I guess these conversations couldn't happen. They couldn't. That's the good thing about the internet. That's why the internet needs to be toxic, because people can't talk like that to each other face to face. You'll get into a fight immediately. If I called you a fucking moron, I don't have conversations with people who are science illiterate. The fuck, motherfucker? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Nigga, I ain't your kids. And I ain't sure as fuck ain't your wife. That's some fucking respect. Unless you like having shits taken on you for being a fucking pompous jerk off. Like, who the fuck talks to people like that? Oh my god. And I know, listen, I got a crazy, wacky way of writing, but it's because I'm channeling fucking messages from up on high and from low down below all at the same time. All the time. Do you know how fucking exhausting it can get? Being the fucking gopher for heaven and hell at the exact same time? Do you have any fucking idea? I made peace with my devils, including Satan. But you know what? and God. Because they both know I don't give a flying fuck over the squabble. Not my problem. See, my personal belief is Jesus fucked up when he didn't take the deal of the devil. When he sat in the fucking desert and just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Listen, I get it. That you're a champion. 40 days, that's a long ass time, man. It's impressive. But I also recognize that time was kept differently back then. It's like exhausting as fuck. It's like one of those things I fucking dread sometimes. But I mean, there are benefits to it. It's like I do work out a lot of my own shit. I don't rely on people to fucking pat me on the back, even though, despite what some people might think. But I just like it. I'm fucking Leo. I like to have I like to have my main pet, and I like to have my ego stroke. That's not asking a lot. I mean, if that's really asking a lot, then like, fuck it. I'll keep doing it for myself. I don't fuck. I see absolutely no excitement for me at all. I was telling my friend this the other day. It's like I don't feel heard. I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel validated. I can't validate you. Only you could do that. Well, you just did. Thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Because that's like one of the key functions of a interpersonal relationship is that you validate each other and go, yeah, no, I feel you. It's not my thing, but I do appreciate that we did have the time together that we did. And I mean, if things ever change in the future and we feel like going down this path again, I look forward to our paths crossing in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I don't know. I know I kind of like got a little upset, but you gotta recognize like I'm letting go. I have to let go of the part of me that's attached to the relationship. And yeah, my feelings got hurt because it's like, good thing I did what I did. Because if I didn't do exactly what I did, then how much longer would this have gone on for? Damn. So, and that's just me. Because I was playing this endurance game with myself. And I kept calling it patience. But in the back of my head, I felt bad, but I always had to keep this there, because I think everybody does. Right? It's like, all right, this might not work out. That's possible. You gotta keep that as... You always have to have at least 0.002% wiggle room just in case of an error, you know? Because if you're not allowing yourself just that tiny little smidge, that wall that you're building up, that emotional fucking baggage, that emotional fucking barrier that you're building up around yourself, that motherfucker is gonna keep on layering on top and layering and layering and layering. And then next thing you know, you're gonna need a fucking goddamn hammer of fucking Thor to break through the motherfucker. Mjolnir. Do you know what? If in the beginning, early on in Thor, Love and Thunder, Jane takes out a book on Mjolnir, and she opens to a couple pages that show like a couple quotes, and Now, mind you, like, I read things from a spiritual perspective and a metaphysical perspective at the same time. But then I also try to apply it to all the other magical jargon that I understand, that formula that works in my head. And I say magic because it only works in your head. I don't know how to demonstrate it because there's so many. It's like think of it like a clock. Explain to me how a clock works. And I know the second hand goes, the minute hand goes, and then the hour hand goes. Like, I know. But why is that happening? Gears are turning on the inside. I know, but why is that happening? What do you mean? Like, why? Because the battery's charging it. I know, but why? Because somebody put it in there. Not that why. I appreciate that why. Okay, yes, that why. But why? Why is the battery charging it? Like, how is that? What are you talking about? Explain that. I don't know, like all the chemicals inside, it's creating like a charge because you got two opposing polarities doing something that they're not normally doing, so it's creating a chemical reaction or an electromagnetic reaction that is making a spark that can only come into existence when a positive and negative polarity collide with each other in quantum space that doesn't measure time the same way that we do, because our time measurement system is alien compared to the natural time calendar that the rest of the solar system uses. The way that the rest of the Earth uses it in relation to how all of the other solar systems and planets and fucking stars, whatever you want to call them, you can call them whatever you want. Call them gods if you like. They like that. They get off on that shit. Oh my god, they love it. They're just floating rocks and balls of gas and fire. Yeah, okay. Alright, no problem. Hey, listen. Yeah, and the Earth goes around the sun, too. I know, I get it. I get it. You got it under control, believe me. That's why I'm just going to be over here. I'm going to be doing my own thing. I'm just going to be doing the thing I'm doing with the other stuff. Because I'm interested. I want to know why it works that way and why it keeps on like pulling at me to know more. Did I really turn myself into... No. Wow. Did I really turn myself into that delusional to think that I'm a god? Think of it like the pyramid builders, right? Like the high priests. No, maybe not the pyramid builders. Think of it like the old gods of the Egyptians, right? These people, and there wasn't many of them. I mean, like, in comparison to, like, the population right now, I'm throwing an arbitrary number, but let's just say there was 30 gods, let's just say, or even hundreds, that were spread out, like. Point is that this very small number of people had the power and know-how in order to get a lot of people to do things that couldn't be done, that can't be done. You know we can't make a pyramid, right? In the exact same way. The exact same way that those guys did it, you can't do it. Maybe I could be wrong, right? I'll leave. How about this? I'll leave 99.998% chance of error that there's not a single human being or collective of human beings that can create fucking the pyramids the way that the Egyptians did. Without the higher guidance of another human organism that is playing host to God, the mind of God. Kind of like Jesus. It was just so God could actually like enjoy the creation instead of constantly being on watch and going, whoa, 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 everybody chill, everybody chill. Jesus gave up because it seemed hopeless. That's why he didn't continue fighting. He could have taken this whole motherfucker down. Jesus literally could have recreated the world in God's very own image. Why do you think God sent Jesus to the earth? Jesus even said, he's like, yo, I'm not here to make peace on earth. I bring a sword. Jesus was a fucking Muslim. The purpose of Islam, I'm not even going to say the purpose of Islam, but one of the reasons Islam needed to come into existence, the Quran. I've been arguing with people. I know. Well, it's to get a better understanding, because I'm trying to get into, because trust me, for my job it makes sense. You don't need to understand it. Just recognize. Like, if you needed to understand it, you would understand it. You wouldn't have had to go like, what are you even doing with that? You don't even know. But we want to know. All right. If you want company secrets, like, you're gonna have to pay for them. Because I got work. I need money. Like, I ain't doing this shit. I'm fucking donating my time. But what are you doing to get yourself paid? Well, exactly what I'm doing. That's literally what I'm doing. Because first you have to first acknowledge the fact that there is a need that needs to be quenched, I guess. Quenched? A thirst? A desire that needs to be like taken care of? A challenge that needs to be overcome. We get it. But yeah, you can call them whatever you want. The more flattering, the better. Well, one, don't think of it as like flattery. Try to think of it as like gratitude. When was the last time you thanked the sun? Did you even try to take the time to appreciate the Aries new moon? The solar eclipse? Like, did you even try it? Hey, listen, I'm just saying, I have a perspective on my life that, like, I know it's so awesome, but I'm modeling it after those old fucking pharaohs, the old kings, the old gods, the old lords, because it's not just Egyptians. There's gods everywhere. I've been making friends with all of them, or pissing them off, eating their power. Because here, you call them gods. You gave them the ego. They were just there to go, hey, this is what we can do with a little bit of fucking ingenuity and comradeship. multicellular organism made up of each individual that is a part of it. It's like any other organization, any other corporation, or government, or family unit. It's called an egregore. But, I mean, I've been letting it just grow naturally. I let it kind of consume whatever it wants to eat. No rules. You want to study, you have a cult today? You want to study magic? Oh, you want to think about computer programming today? Oh, you want to imagine what it's like to know music theory? Alright, cool. I like that idea. That's like really cool shit. Yeah, but I feel weird and bad about it. I feel like I'm not doing anything. Oh, hold on. Let me put this YouTube reading on. Huh, holy shit. Well, let's see. Should I take this advice that tells me that I'm actually doing a great job? I mean, I know it's kind of weird that I'm seeking validation from people who exist on the internet, but at the same time, I can't help it that everything they're saying is exactly what I need to hear in order to keep me motivated in what I'm doing. That's fucking awesome. But, like I say, we train people how to treat us. Well, let's try not to blame ourselves 100%. I mean, how many of the knives in your back are... Sorry, how many of the knives in my back are there because I put them there? Hey, listen, I'm just a guy, but I'm the guy that does the things. What are we up to now? Not calm, it's so hot. I gotta get my blanket and laundry. Doing a thing. I have reading I gotta do. Conversation? No, I'm open for conversations all the time. I just don't go out of my way seeking shit that I don't need in my life right this second. Because you know what? I've been taking other people's shit for so long. It's like, because I know it's not personal. And that's the hard part of getting around that fact. Because I live in the, oh God, this is personal. Until finally I have to come to the realization, like, no, it's not. But I leave my headphones on because, one, I gotta stay in my zone. So it's like, I mean, because I imagine, like, people would encourage me. I hear them in my head. It's like, nah, don't worry about my shit. You focus on your shit. I got my shit under control. I appreciate it, man. Welcome. You're doing a fantastic job. Really? You think so? Of course. It's just like Daddy taught you. It's like, you don't have to hear it to know it. I think you're doing a great job, too. Absolutely 100% my favorite biological mommy. Same with my brother and my sister. And my other father. But doesn't change the fact that I need a shit ton of money. Like, fuck ton. a shit ton fucked up. Because I don't know like if I can feel him. Oh, this could be the opportunity I've been waiting for. I've been wanting to get into law. Well, it started with real estate. Like, I like the idea of it. But I just got this book. That was free on Facebook. It was geared towards lawyers. It's called the New Law Business Model. And it's this lady who's claiming, I don't know nothing about it. I'm just listening to the ideas. She's talking about how she's like, she uses her law degree for not the typical shit. So I don't know exactly what that means. But it gave me this idea to start, I don't know, what's the fucking word? I don't know, it gave me an idea to like at least check it out because it might help me think of a different idea for something I'm doing. Because what she's explaining is almost exactly what I do. It's like I take two different ideas and merge them into one. Oh, that's what she's doing. Yeah. Use your law degree in a different way than everybody else by creating an online business that takes full advantage of the fact that you have a law degree so that you can spread out to more lawyers to join into this community of lawyers, because the more money that we bring in, the more of a coalition that we have together, because we should be like more like a union instead of like constantly fighting each other, because we literally know all the things that these other people don't. And the world's falling apart right now, and they're going to need someone to be able to capture the essence of what this system is really about. I think it's beautiful. You know? But I want to know about law. And what really got, I mean, it's something I was always interested in. It's something I've been interested in for a long time. I confessed to my uncle a couple years back, like, I wanted to be a lawyer for so long. But I knew that wasn't a reality. That was impossible. There's no way I can pull that off. How? I'm not smart. I'm poor. My family's poor. I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. And what really like dug the dagger into my back was when I watched Devil's Advocate, and I felt like so stupid because I loved it. I loved the idea of it so much, and at the same time I knew that it was impossible, and it just like broke my heart. Like I couldn't watch Sons of Anarchy with my wife because it used to distress me so much that I couldn't be that. I thought it was disgusting that I was such a coward and a pussy. I couldn't even stand up for myself. That's not how everyone else saw it. I was always mad that I waited. I always felt like what you should be doing is what you should should be doing is nipping this motherfucker in the bud right the fuck now. Calm. Like, are these motherfuckers for real? See, and that's the nice thing about my job and my work in general, my business, is the research and development of ways, of methods for dealing with exactly that, because that can get picante, spicy picante, if you're not careful. Because if you can't give your fucking anger a sweet and tender hug, you are doing yourself a huge disservice by not letting it see the light of day. It doesn't always come out as anger. I mean, the more you do it, the easier it gets. It's like a fucking pressure cooker. Like, it's a pain in the ass at first. Like, fuck. It's like, I always think of the little mousie that's taken the fucking thorn out of the lion's paw. But you fucking jerk off. That's alright. That's cool. Well, no, because that thought that just popped in there, that actually is making sense with a bunch of other little thoughts that have been going on for the past, like, weeks, months, years, decades. So it's like, this is just part of another pattern. I've been pattern of trends. More than one. This isn't just like a singular, isolated incident. This is something like it's like one thread in a larger tapestry of magnificence and splendor and wonder and just all around, like, fucking awesomeness that is me. And I know this, like, I don't know, like, it's not cool with everybody. But it's also one of those things where it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's just it. You don't like it, you're just gonna have to go at the end of the line, or just go sprechen the dick. I don't know what to tell you. No, actually, you know what? I'll let you cut the line. How about that? I mean, who are you talking to? Right now, I'm seeing former CEO of Hugo Boss, Daniel Gardiner, actually stepping down out of shame for the way that they treated not only just an employee, but a shareholder. Now, I don't give a fuck if it was 1 share, 2 share, fucking 1 billion shares. That ain't even that many shares. All the shares except for 1. I don't give a fuck. Because that was the mentality that I ended up having to take up, which was, it's fucking me versus the rest of these people. Because I don't know what's going on. Nobody wants to fucking... I don't know how to approach this. So I'm just gonna play my own little game. I'm gonna let my own little game fucking evolve. Because, one, this is so, like, fucking out there that, one, people wouldn't even believe. Like, I don't know if people would be able to take me serious. Like, Hugo's Boss? Well, I mean, as long as you take yourself serious. Like, I can't take you serious. You have to take you serious. No, yeah. Well, fuck yeah, I take myself serious. But yeah, you're fucking mine. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. Because, listen, I already smell success in the air for me. Because it's coming from behind me. Like, I already succeeded in all the things that I needed to succeed at to, like, just be done with the, like, huffy puffy, okay. But, I mean, how it's supposed to be. I was on Facebook. I was going through like the little quickies. Was it on Facebook or was it on YouTube? I was going on one of them, and there was one of those like little shorty videos, and it was this boyfriend and girlfriend, and it made me laugh. And it was like, what happens if a girlfriend's only friend is her boyfriend? And it's like, it's the two of them. They're walking down the hallway, but they're doing it to the movie Shrek. I don't know, the fucking voiceover, the voiceover of Shrek's on there. He's like, all right, you're free. Go celebrate with your friends. Go. You can go now. Because ogres, we don't like company. We have lots of layers. And it's like, mosey along now. But the girlfriend was doing the voice of Donkey, who was played by Eddie Murphy. He's like, I don't have any friends. I sure as fuck ain't going out there. I'm gonna stay with you. And I remember that. I've seen Shrek. You know how fucking annoying that is when you just can't like detach from someone? It's like, oh my god, Donkey, go! Go do donkey things. It's like Rudolph. It's like literally, it's like, all right, Rudolph, come on, let's go, get out of here. Nobody wants to play with you because you got a red nose. Move it. Go. We got other games to play. I forgot about Rudolph. Are you equating yourself to Rudolph? No. I'm the collective that's telling Rudolph, get the fuck out of here. You fucking freak. But get it like this. It's like I'm playing the collective of the younger reindeer, and everybody else is collectively Rudolph. I'm sympathizing with the villains. Yeah, yo, I heard that motherfucker shoots laser beams out of his nose. How long is this light? No, I don't have any patience. I know, it's bad, but I know, it's like the fucking worst thing I could be doing. I can't help it. It's just, I just allow the force to flow through me. Right. That's actually what Bruce Lee was saying. Not when like be like water. It's not like be in the flow with water. It's like no, be it. Like you are the ocean that all the little fishies swim in. It means to be God over your own life. Look inside yourself. The difference between the human world and the aquatic world is that in the aquatic world, everything lives inside of it. We live outside of it. Animals live in nature. We live outside of nature. We are no longer a part of nature because we have made ourselves apart from nature. That wording? But at the same time, there is the component where it's like, all right, well, nature's just getting used to you. But nature, that's where all the fucking gods and goddesses and like alien intelligences live. You know what I just did? With the whole Bambi thing? Do you know why I did it? because it's a thought experiment. It's a mind game. What does it mean? It's about collective consciousness. It's just the way that ants work. Don't worry about the pheromones. Okay, yeah. All the pheromones and the squeaking and the wheeling, but yeah, also recognize that they're part of a telepathic system, right? So imagine that's how telepathy really works, is the way that ants and insects interact with their environment. That's what real psychic senses are all about. But at the same time, there's a spiritual component to it that gives it life this way, and the reason for that is it's more like a regulatory system. You know, karma, right? People call it karma. Well, the reason for that is, keep in mind, like karma. Be karma for a minute and really think about it. Like, why does karma need to exist? As a natural, right? I feel like there's gonna be like, I feel like there's a person out in the world right now who's trying to get the words out at the same time. Like, personal. No. It's a natural form of checks and balances that makes sure that no one individual or group of individuals can really take advantage of the system of things, because that's kind of the point of it. We're doing this for you. It's not like you should be grateful. You should be thankful. You should be saying thank you every single fucking day, because without us, you'd have nothing. But you leave it up to this pipsqueak to do it. So, if you want the power over him, raise your hand. All right, it's yours. Thank you. All right. Now, if you want the power from him all the way down below, put your hand down by him. All right, fine, sure. Deal is sealed. So now the two of you and me, now what we get to do is we get to figure out how to start chasing this fucking paper, man. Or how we start getting the paper to chase us. I mean, I love the idea of making a shit ton of money with our business. Like, that's the point. Let's be for real. Like, let's put money back on the front burner. Like, that's the point. It's not the only point, but it's a fucking significant point. Which is exactly why it needed to be put on the back burner. But, I mean, now that I can see, now that we're all capable of seeing just how much good we can do when we're working as a team, as opposed to three separate entities who just fucking hate each other sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, what we have right now is an opportunity to really bring the collective together and set a standard that every new generation of our emotional evolution and mental, cognitive, and physical, like, can look up, have someone great to actually look up to. Because while everyone else is externally seeking that person to give them the answer, because that's literally it, is people are just waiting for that motherfucker just to go, here's your eternal reward. To turn this back around on fucking Thor. Remember, like, in the beginning when Gore finally finds his god? My lord, the eternal reward. He thinks there's an eternal reward. Oh, little human, you're eating my fruit. Then Gora gets the God Killer blade and he fucking jams that motherfucker right in that cocksucker's throat. Gora the God Killer. Listen, I know he was the villain, but I know exactly where he's coming from. Because that is something I've always wanted to do. So, I'm a really empathic person. Very sensitive to energy and emotions. So, watching that scene is literally how I would explain my entire childhood. But instead of just one shot, it's like over and over, just a looping thing. And I've never been able to put a face on it before, except for now that we're talking about it. And I'm like thinking about the emotions that well in me every time I see that scene of this motherfucker. We have been feeding your fucking ego. We have been feeding your fucking ego for fucking generations, and this? The last of your fucking followers? Because what happened to the God as soon as he stopped believing? As soon as he took his power back from it? That fucking God died. And he shit his pants too when he realized, oh fuck, how'd that happen? How'd this little motherfucker get that power? Because that type of shit, that's the type of shit that people experience every single day. Just change the face on the fucking God. Make it your boss, make it your boyfriend, make it your girlfriend, make it your wife, make it your kids, make it your parents, make it whoever the fuck you want. But you know what? As soon as you fucking start to realize, like, wait a second. He thinks there's an eternal reward. Fucking dickhead. That dude got fucking punked. That's the equivalent. That's a spiritual punk. That's what that was. That was like. There's a show on Disney about a young witch, and she gets recruited to go train under this older witch, some shit like that. Sometimes cross dimensions. And she fucking, for summer camp, and she fucking just left her fucking family. It was in peace. I ain't going to summer camp, nigga. I'm going to this fucking witch world. I don't know how the fuck it happened. It just did. I don't remember. I think it was part of a book. It was part of a spell or a book or some kind of like inadvertent spell that was kind of predestined. But in the first couple episodes, she gets fucking pulled into this quest because she finds out, she believes that she might be this chosen one that's part of this prophecy. And so she ends up going on this fucking wild ass journey. It was actually maybe like an episode or two. But what ended up happening was she finally made it to the destiny, and that this calling, this being, this entity that was calling her, this voice in her head that was calling her, she gets there, and it turned out just to be a fucking energy vampire that had its tentacles up everybody's asses, and it was kind of just luring in people so that it could eat them. And after I saw that, like, I'm like, fuck, dude, that's like literally what God is. I mean, Christian God. That's literally what the Christian God is. Oh my God. He's like, what the fuck? But the Christian God is just another fucking puppet on the tentacle of the Jewish God. Whoa. Well, no, technically it's a fucking Hydra. There's a 7-headed Hydra. But, I mean, luckily, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're familiar with the story of how Hercules took down a Hydra. No one else? No one else? Well, does anybody else know what happens when you cut a Hydra's head off? I know, like, the immediate thing would be to cut its head off, right? Like, right. Yeah, but you cut one head off and then two more grow. Two more grow in its place. Like, you can't just be fucking around. Like, you gotta, like... If you don't know what the fuck you're doing in these situations, like, you're fucked. No, but you gotta be quick. Because luckily, like, Hercules, he had his boy with him. He had his homie with him, who was holding a torch. So what? After fucking cutting a couple off and realizing what the hell was going on, he took the torch from his boy and he's like, all right, hold up. And he started fucking cutting the heads off. But as he would cut the heads off, he would burn the stump so it couldn't grow back. And that is how we kill a Hydra. It's how you kill a Hydra. I don't know what to tell you. This is like the only way. I mean, you can fucking shoot it, I guess. I don't know. Like, they didn't have guns back then. But I'd imagine that, depending on the artillery being used, yeah, you can fucking kick the shit out of gods and monsters and shit. And I think that's kind of technically what happened. That's literally what happened. It's like humanity came in and they just rolled up on everybody. It was like, fuck this shit. We want this land too. Because humans were like the invaders. Right? Just like the white man. Like Christopher Columbus. There's like the Moors. There's like the Chinese. There's like the Europeans. Oh my god. Did you know that there was actually kingdoms before the crown in Britain? You know, they're the last of the monarchs from the originals. They're like the last tribe of Judah. I mean, I would imagine that I would imagine that they are probably associated with the tribe of Judah. I would definitely guarantee that they would say that they're associated with a tribe of Israel. Maybe not Judah per se, but definitely a tribe. You know, Germany was like the last of the fucking empires to fall, too. Did you know that? Well, I mean, Russia, too. Because that was the point, it was to consolidate the power, because it was like, how do you put it? Prince Harry had a good point in his book. He's like, there was a time when people saw royalty as divine. And he's right, because at the time, royalty was divine. But then there were usurpers to the thrones, and they decided to put the crown on without actually earning it. Because it didn't really belong to them. They just wanted people to think that they were something that they were not. Which is why the Queen's crown is cursed. Look into the story of Queen Elizabeth's, like, the crown jewel. Harry breaks it down. Harry breaks it down in his book, Spare. The stone, it's like the largest diamond ever. But that diamond, it's cursed of the masculine energy, which is why it can only be worn by women. It has a name. It's that fucking big of a deal that the fucking crystal has a name. I would bet you it has an entity attached to it too. Maybe not exactly like an IPO, or maybe not too different from a fractional IPO. That's probably where the idea of a fractional IPO came from. Alright, so we just need to figure out, we gotta read that book. Alright, maybe we should go home and start doing that. This motherfucker's about to die anyway. 12%? Yeah, we can handle that. I love it. Fucking love it. Alright, so, no, because what we're gonna learn how to do I was watching this video yesterday because I got this new addiction to those Facebook ads and Instagram ads, those books that people give away. I just collected like 6 of them over the past couple of days because I want to see, because there's a couple of them that are actually fucking long, like 150 pages, 200 pages. Like I want to get an idea, I want to get a feel for these books. I know one of them that I got for free, I can't even email it to myself from my phone because it sells on Amazon for like $40, between like $15 and $40. Alright. And the fucking book's about like how to use a law degree for something that it's not that it's not intended for, but an alternative perspective on how to use the credentials that come along with that particular academic understanding. I know. That's sexy as fuck. Alright. So then, hold on. So then, because I had this idea with real estate, like that's why I wanted to get my real estate license too, because I had this idea that if I could, if I could at least come up with, come on, motherfucker. I'm trying to see how much battery life I have left. What? Oh, Jesus Christ.